In this video, we are going to learn about the JavaScript while loop, which is a powerful and versatile way to repeat a block of code as long as a certain condition is true. We will also compare the while loop with the for loop. So let's get started. Now, the while loop is a type of loop that executes a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. And the syntax of the while loop is as follow. Now here the condition is an expression that evaluates to a boolean value either true or false. The code block inside the curly braces is the body of the loop which contains the statements that will be executed repeatedly, and the loop will continue to run until the condition becomes false. For example, let's say we want to print the number from 1 to 10 using a while loop. Now to do this, we need to initialize a variable let num is equal to 1, and then we will increase this num variable by 1 in each iteration of the loop. And after this we are going to write our while loop, which we can write using our while keyword, then parentheses, and in here we are going to write our condition, and then curly braces in which we will write our block of code. Now for this condition we can write if num is less than or equal to 10, which means that our loop will run as long as num is less than or equal to 10. Now in here we only log the value of our num variable like this, and at the end we will increase our num variable by 1 in each iteration of our loop. So here we can write num plus plus like this, and as you can see the loop prints the number from 1 to 10 and then stops when this num variable becomes 11, which makes this condition false. Now you might be wondering, how is the while loop different from the for loop, which we learned in a previous video? Well, the main difference is that the for loop has a fixed number of iteration, whereas the while loop has an unknown number of iterations. The for loop has a predefined start and increment value, which are specified in the loop header. On the other hand, the while loop only has a condition, which can be any expression that evaluates to true or false. Let's say we want to print these numbers but using our for loop. We can do this by using a variable called I, which we initialize to 1 and then increment by 1 in each iteration of the for loop. Now here you can see the condition is if I is less than or equal to 10, which means the loop will run as long as I is less than or equal to 10. Now after running this code, you can see this for loop is giving the same result. And as you can see, the for loop and the while loop can achieve the same result but with different syntax. The for loop is more concise and convenient when we know the exact number of iterations, whereas the while loop is more flexible and adaptable when we don't know the exact number of iterations. Now that is it for today's video. In our next video, we will create a game using this while loop to understand this in a better way. Now in this video we learned about the JavaScript while loop, which is the type of the loop that executes a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. We also compared the while loop with the for loop. We saw the while loop is more suitable for situations where we don't know the exact number of iterations, whereas for loop is more suitable for situations where we do know the exact number of iterations. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more coding videos. Also, don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.